Are there other ways to get permanent residence in the U.S.? You know, a lot of these lectures, we concentrate so much on getting your green card as a physician that we skip over other things. You know, if your husband or wife is a citizen of the United States, forget about PERM, forget about national interest waiver. Have them apply for a green card for you. You may have to wait till the 3 years is over if you're a J. If you're an H1, you don't have to wait at all. Maybe you were sponsored by another relative, your brother or sister, your mother or father. If you're old enough, you have kids that might be over 21 born in the U.S., and they can sponsor you right away for a green card. The visa lottery, another way to apply for a green card. Investor visas. So if you go to my webpage at Shusterman.com and you click on the bar near the top on green cards, you can just survey all the different ways of getting green cards. So even though I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about those other ways, it would be to your advantage to learn a little bit about those other ways and ask some questions about that. Another thing, how about your spouse's job? It doesn't have to be your job, especially if your spouse is a nurse, physical therapist. These people can get green cards very, very quickly. And I must have had 20 or 30 physicians that are married to nurses. And I said, forget about spending a lot of money and a lot of time to get a green card through your job as a physician. Get it through your spouse's job as a nurse. So they come out faster and less expensive if they do it that way. Now, a couple more things I want to say. Where do you find, you know, this lecture that I'm giving to you is, you know, limited time, and I can't, you know, make you an immigration expert in 30 or 45 minutes. Go to the website. I mean, lawyers who specialize in physicians will have articles and FAQs, frequently asked questions about physicians. I personally, I do my website myself. It's been up for 11 years right now. And we try to make this immigration central for all foreign-born physicians. So go ahead and look, and you'll find that all these state Conrad programs, all the IGAs, everything that I've talked about today, and a lot of stuff that I haven't talked about, all the job opportunities. I have all the main recruitment companies in the country. I link to Kaplan. I link to everybody who has a part to play in this. I linked to ECFMG, to FRIDA when you're looking. The FRIDA is where you look for your residency programs. Instead of you having to Google everything and try to find where it is, you'll find it all on one page. The Conrad State 30 programs, those that have websites, we link to all of them. Even if they don't have a website, we give you the phone numbers and email addresses of the people who run those Conrad 30 programs. And I think it's just a good resource. And if you don't find what you want on there, just send an email. I can't take email questions. You know, if you have questions about your case, you have to schedule a consultation. But if something's missing from my site that you think would be really good, just write to me at carl@shusterman.com, and I'll add it to my site. It's happened dozens of times. And then finally, as I told you at the very beginning, how do you keep current? Whatever I'm telling you is true now, but it may not be true tomorrow. It certainly won't be true if there's a comprehensive immigration reform bill that's passed this year. So how do you keep current with the latest developments that are going to affect your future? Because, you know, what I'm telling you today is true today, but a couple of things will change by tomorrow, a dozen things will change in a month, and next year, most of what I say may be changed. So you can't just rely on this. I recommend going to Shusterman.com, and you can click on physicians and go to our physicians page, or just look at our homepage for a minute. You'll see two boxes. One is a scrolling news ticker with the latest news that's come down, you know, new physician regulations, new immigration law, new regulations about the USMLE. And right beside that is U.S. immigration news, where there's links that you can click and go to other websites and then still come back to our site after you read that. And finally, We have a newsletter that goes out to 44,000 people in 150 countries all around the world. Comes out once a month. And since our specialty is really doing physician cases, we do about 100 J waivers a year. You can bet if there's anything new that comes out in the physician area, you're going to read it on our newsletter. And it's free, so I can promise you that it's at least worth the price. So I thank you all for coming today. And if any of you have questions, I'll be happy to take them right now. We are finished.